and welcome to the podcast that discusses all things gaming. Coming to you from the home of Indie PopCon, Gen Con, and the gaming capital of the world, we are the Established Facts.
Hello, everybody. And sneeze into the microphone. I'm just going to let that one go this time. I'm going to let it go. This is Josh, and we are...
Not paying royalties for that song.
trying not to.
Whoa, jeez. It has a mind of its own.
I recognize that one.
This introduction brought to you by Dr. Mario. I'm Josh with the Established Facts podcast.
Hi, Josh.
If you're still listening, we're glad you're here.
Why?
This is episode 132.
It's going to be an adventure.
It is going to be an adventure.
Somebody say it's going to be a horror.
Like every other episode, we're going to start by introducing ourselves, and then we'll go into the topic. That was weird.
Boo.
Starting to my left.
Hey, guys, this is Derek.
Robyn.
This is Jeremy, a.k.a. Ragaar.
This is Lance, a.k.a. Quinn Harley.
And as I said, I'm Josh. From Ragaar's sort of foreshadowing there, we're going to enjoy the season for Halloween fans out there.
I'm practicing my maniacal evil laugh.
Are you?
Halloween, All Hallows Eve, All Souls Night,
Last day of October celebration.
Pumpkin Spice Latte Day.
Cinco de Mayo.
Isn't that the last day of Pumpkin Spice Latte where we get to
That's where the great pumpkin comes up out of the ground and everyone throws spice at him and drinks the...
Oh, the Charlie Brown season.
Yes. That is sponsored by Starbucks.
You mean
This
spice
podcast
latte?
is also not.
We're really not.
Spiced pumpkin.
Please don't sue us. We love you.
The spice pumpkin rises up out of the pumpkin and is immediately attacked by a bunch of white girls in Uggs.
The spiced pumpkin.
There's nothing creepier.
The spiced pumpkin. Can you pick that up in gas stations? Spice? No? Nothing?
Wow.
No, that's
Okay.
in Dune, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dune. Sorry.
Spice is life.
Spice life. So normally we do a versus topic of discussion, but we're going to get right into the discussion because Lance has something special for us at the end.
Thank
And
you.
I think we're gonna take a look at some thriller or horror games, and I'm gonna try not to say that word. So we're gonna go with because it's always so like my tongue gets in the way. So we'll call it seasonal games for Halloween.
Or we'll
Sure.
call it horror because we're
able
to like.
I am able to say horror.
Yay, good for you.
This feels like grapes. Am I touching grapes or is this eyeballs?
Oh yeah, those are fun. Bobbing for apples that are yeah.
Noodle brain.
So, games for the season. What kind of games do you find yourself playing in a Halloween situation? I know a personal favorite is Betrayal, House on the Hill. If you've not played it, the premise of it is you're basically a group of scientists or explorers or children. There's like a 12-year-old in it. It's really strange. But you're exploring a house that is haunted to try and find out what the haunt is. And the haunt changes based off... it's not necessarily you, Ragaar, but based off what cards are drawn and... based off how many rooms you enter that are haunted, you make a die roll, and then depending on the success or failure of that die roll determines whether or not a haunt goes off. And at that point, you're trying to either escape or stop the bad guy, whatever comes first. There's even a haunt in the first game that is actually the house itself. Most of the time what happens, though, is when the haunt action occurs, one of the players becomes the haunt. They control the monsters, and it turns out that they actually brought you there to kill you. It's a personal favorite any time of year, but during the Halloween season, I find it more enjoyable than actual haunted houses. But that's because I don't like haunted houses. So, Derek, do you have any games that kind of stand out for you?
I really don't do the whole seasonal thing.
Sure.
Not even for like winter or. I really don't run, I guess, special games.
Okay.
So I.
Where do you lean if you're trying to play a horror game then?
Then I would probably go with Call of Cthulhu or Dread.
Okay, for those who don't know, what is Call of Cthulhu in particular?
H.P. Lovecraft created Cthulhu, which is a big tentacle monster that eats your sanity. And so...
That thing from Hellboy?
I don't know. I don't know Hellboy. All I know is great literature of brain-eating proportions.
Cthulhu is one of the elder gods that will drive you insane.
There are many different varieties of board game for Cthulhu. I mean, there's board games. There's also a role-playing game. So I would probably go lean with the role-playing if I was going to do a seasonal game. And then Dread is basically role-playing with Jenga.
Yes, role-play with Jenga. Have you played Dread yet, Ragaar?
No, but I just realized Zoidberg would be like a G-rated version of Cthulhu.
Yes, he would.
Yeah, because he makes you insane just from speaking.
Yes.
Strange. Robyn, do you like any horror games?
I've only played one. It was a role-playing based game, but there was someone out killing everyone. You know, that was the premise.
Do you know the name of it?
I don't.
Wow, it left an impression.
I played it with Jeremy, and
Yeah, totally left
Friday
an
the
impression.
13th, or maybe Jason, like running around kind of thing.
yeah,
Is my guess.
it was good. It was fun.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
good job.
totally didn't remember this.
Jeremy, do you have any Halloween or horror games that you...
Listening to past podcasts.
That's horrific for you?
Yes.
That's disturbing.
It's so frightening. Or maybe reading comments.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I apparently drove Tony Troxel, a friend of ours from Geeky in Indiana, insane by constantly referring to Disney attractions as rides, which they're still
They are not rides. They are experiences.
He's a former cast member.
What, Tony? No, that's Schwartz, not Troxel. Troxel's the one that runs Geeky in Indiana. The guy with the glasses who came up.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, I know.
Yeah, okay. But no, and their experiences really. We're just going to throw a third text in here just to make it worse. There was quite the discussion going on about that. I think it was either Tony. I think it was Tony Schaub or it was Dan Reperture. Were like, this is making me laugh because it's really a stupid argument. But yeah, what was the game you were talking about? You're horrific. Oh, you were podcast. That's
Yeah.
what it was. Do you have a game in the genre you enjoy?
Not in particular.
Wow, what a great discussion topic. How about Lance? Lance, do you have any?
I'm boring when it comes to the holidays.
I've got several, so if you want to list yours first,
Okay,
I can scratch any that you pick up.
Sure.
On the list.
because I play so many of these. Dread, as Derek had mentioned, big fan of Dread. The premise being a role-playing game where you take on a character who usually, like when we first played it, was we were investigating a crime, a murder, found out the murderers were coming after us, but because it uses the Jenga mechanic, you pull 1 for an easy, pull 2 for a medium, or 3 for a hard, and if you topple the thing over, your character dies. That's kind of where that ends. Your character will most likely die. And I believe it was with you, Derek, where we played where we were like out camping or something and we kept dying on the way. Yes. Our characters kept dying trying to figure out as we were trying to escape these woods. So that was a fun one. I mentioned Betrayal already. In terms of like specifically Halloween themed. Like I don't have a lot of. I know Don's got The Nightmare Before Christmas Munchkin.
That was fun.
Was it? I haven't played it yet, so that looks interesting for sure. The Dead of Winter series, anything in Dead of Winter. We just got The Long Night, which
is easier than the other one.
Considerably easier than the other one, but on the same note, it was still cool because you finally felt like the survivors had figured out what they were doing.
Is broken.
The Science Research Center. It's broken if you roll well. It's terrible if you roll poorly.
You get one person in there, they just sit. They can keep taking all the good stuff, passing it around.
One of them was a plasma cannon where like you would shoot a zombie to another location or something like that.
Like a portal gun?
Yeah, it was pretty entertaining. Zombie Side is probably still one of the most character threatening games I've ever played because it's got about
Last of Us
the video game.
Yeah.
My goodness, The Last of Us was so good.
Or Dying Light.
Sure. There's one coming to PlayStation VR, which should be out by the time this launches. Resident Evil, the next one, is going to be playable. I'm so sorry. Is going to be able to be played entirely in VR, and that scares the crap out of me. And I don't even own any Resident Evil games, but there's a part of me that's like, I want to play a demo. Like I want to put the demo on in VR, and that'd be it. Because that'd be about as far as I could go.
And then Ragaar comes around behind you and bites you in the neck.
So, yeah. Last of Us was a good one. Thank you for that one.
You're welcome.
Because that was scary.
I haven't even played it.
Oh.
I just watched you play it.
Yeah. Wow. Lance.
Yeah.
Before I keep stealing.
No, it's fine. Because I'm a preparer, I have two lists. I have board games and I have video games.
Yeah, well.
So our board games, because I have young children, we have It's Halloween, Charlie Brown, where you have to go around and get your costume and gain candy and money and then trick or treat and get back home.
And get beaten up by bullies.
No, there's no bullies in Charlie Brown.
Oh, thank goodness.
Unfortunately. There should be. It'd make the show a whole lot more fun. As far as adult type Halloween or this season games, Are You a Werewolf?
Yeah.
One Night Ultimate Werewolf or Ultimate Vampire if you're the Kickstarter person. Clue, I always put that down because it is a murder mystery. Vampsylvania, another Kickstarter game that I backed, where you are a young vampire trying to fight off other vampires to eat a person.
Ooh.
It's so silly.
What game was this?
We couldn't win.
It's called Vampsylvania.
Vampsylvania.
Yes.
We kept getting like very powerful villagers, and none of us were willing to allow a vampire to eat that villager, so the village would take us all out at once. We were so bad at it. As vampires, we were so bad.
It's supposed to be a cooperative game with a little bit of strategy in it, and we were just totally out cutthroat.
Yeah, cutthroat each
If
other.
I'm not winning, nobody's winning.
It was bad.
Munchkin Bites is another one. It's the vampire version of Munchkin. 5-Year Mission, I will always say, is a horror game.
That's fair.
Because you're dying in space. And, of course, Castle Ravenloft.
Oh, Ravenloft.
That's my list of board games. As far as video games goes, I've got Mortal Kombat down. And there's a version that has Freddy and Jason from the horror movies. I've got Silent Hill. I've got, for those of us with military-grade PTSD, Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
Reaching back into my younger days, there was a game called Addams Family Fester's Quest.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Where you were Fester
Quest. I
going
love
around
that.
getting cannons and being able to shoot bad guys, I guess, maybe is a thing. And my favorite game for this type of season is called Kitten Cannon. It is a Flash game. Yeah, go ahead, Josh, explain it.
So the kitten cannon is exactly what its title says. You have a little sprite of a kitten that's on a cannon. You just determine the amount of power you're going to shoot with and what angle, and you shoot it. And the thing goes flying. And there's all these obstacles in the way. Other explosive devices, pikes, fences, chairs, all these different things that he could just slam into. And the more damage it causes and the further the cat goes, the more points you get. And no, I'm not condoning harm to a kitten, but it's still hilarious to hear meow, meow.
I played a game like that where it was kicking your boss out the window.
It's pretty much any launch game, but I particularly like Kitten Cannon for the blood and gore that the kitten suffers as it goes through this track. I mean, there are, like you said, there are trampolines, there are balloons with bombs on them, there are mines, there are
This
things to
poor
slow you
cat.
down. And then, if that wasn't bad enough, there's just random spikes sticking up out of the ground that will impale the kitten and cause it to get stuck in them.
Just disturbing.
Well, it's a horror episode apparently, so you gotta go somewhere with it. That was disturbing though, but yeah, I would as a video game that would make sense.
Some parental
Dying
guidance.
Light, that was the one I was thinking of. Dying Light's another one that's coming. Yeah, you mentioned that.
I did.
And that's where it clicked. Took a minute.
That's my list.
It's a good list. It's a good list. I mean, do people enjoy being scared in their games? People enjoy being scared at all? I mean, are you guys adrenaline junkies by any means?
Adrenaline junkie, yes. Horror, being scared, not so much.
Not so much.
So haunted houses, are those considered a game?
They could be.
Yeah,
I mean,
because I used to build them.
I worked a couple, but no, I was.
I don't do the jump scares.
I got you.
I do the more psychological things, like as far as movies are concerned. I mean, the old Ghost Story, the old Chameleon, things like that.
I'd like
are
to
okay.
plug a Netflix series, not a Netflix series, but something I've been seeing on Netflix recently. It's called Hellevator.
Oh, really?
It is a haunted house game show, and I dig it. Oh man, it's so much fun.
That's
You got
disturbing.
3 people, and there are 3 challenges, and 1 person per challenge, and they get progressively harder, and you win money based on whether or not you succeed in the challenge. If anyone succeeds, then there is a 4th challenge where all the people that have survived go, and you can win up to $20,000 more, but it is really hard. And as episodes progress, they get people who are more and more jump scared so that they don't complete the thing, and it's just fun to watch.
Goodness.
As someone who used to, like I said, build and design haunted houses and horror things, it's really it's the Schadenfreude. I love to watch them fail because it's the scare fail, and I love it so much.
I grew up a fan of the Universal monsters. Your Frankenstein and Dracula and the Mummy and the Wolfman. And I've admitted that when I was growing up, the scariest movie I ever saw was the original Frankenstein with Boris Karloff. Because the scientific possibility of bringing someone back to life was really scary as an 8-year-old. I don't know, it just really was. But my mind completely changed about that when I saw Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein. Which, if you have not seen that movie, it must become a part of your repertoire at least once. It brings Bela Lugosi's Dracula and Glenn Strange's monster together in a pairing, and Lon Chaney Jr.'s The Wolfman, as they work with Bud Abbott and Lou Costello, and they are trying to stop Dracula and stop the monster from, of course, doing what Dracula normally does, and that's make some pretty girl fall for him and become a vampire. And
The
there's
name
just
of
all
that
these
movie
plans.
again was Abbott and Costello's
Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. Which there's because for anyone who doesn't know, get it right now. Frankenstein was the doctor. The monster was the actual thing that everyone calls Frankenstein.
On similar lines, you've got Young Frankenstein.
Oh yes,
Or Frankenstein.
That was exactly what I was going.
And following what you said, it made you laugh and not be scared of those monsters. I go with Monster Squad every time.
Monster Squad. What? Please explain. I have not seen Monster
All right.
Squad.
So, bear with me. It's been since the 80s. Group of kids, Universal monsters. They befriend the monster of Frankenstein to fight against these monsters. Dracula is the leader. They succeed. The one scene that stands out, the werewolf is, or the wolfman, excuse me, not the werewolf.
Sure.
The wolfman is going to attack and grab one of the boys. He says, "What do I do?" One of the other boys says, "Kick him in the nards." The boy says, "Wolfman's got nards," and kicks him. Wolfman goes down. Boy says, "Wolfman's got nards." So that would make you instantly not afraid of monsters.
Fair enough.
Simply watching that movie.
Fair enough.
I think I've said I'm the oldest guy in the room.
That's okay. Did a movie stand out to you in conversation other than Young Frankenstein, or was that?
Come back to me. Let me think about that for a little bit. 1408, I know, comes to mind.
Okay.
As a thriller. Come back to me.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you think of it, go ahead and shout it out. But speaking of shout it out, part 2 to this episode, which I know we did one last year. Lance has some gamer trivia for us, and it's kind of a fun thing to do during the Halloween season. And sadly, Don, who was so excited about trivia, is not here, so we're going to go ahead and let him know he's a loser now.
I may do a special holiday season episode of trivia just for him, since he needs to be here for it, since he loves it so much.
Yeah, okay.
But since you didn't show up today, Don, you get screwed.
The spiritual fox says, you lose. So, Lance, I will turn the mic over to you.
Okay, so for the official Established Facts Trivia Game Part 2, we will have 4 different parts of the game. First will be movie quotes. They will all be movies that are based off of games. The second part will be the name game, where I will give you a hint, including a character name from a game. You tell me what the game is. The third one will be board game premise. I'll give you the premise. You tell me what the board game is. And then, lastly, there will be the final question, which is a multiple-part question with different points based on the answers. Any questions before we begin?
How are we... you said that we were going to chime in?
Yes, it's just they chime in. Simply say the answer, and if whoever I hear say the answer first will get the points.
Okay.
All right. I'll also keep score, so that points actually have a bearing. And we have a trophy for the winner. Josh, go ahead and describe the trophy to the listeners at home.
I'm being told this is Blaster Man. Is that right?
I have no idea.
Which one is that, Mr. Mega Man fan?
No,
What is it?
this looks like Mega Man.
It's Mega Man.
Yeah,
Is
this
it?
is definitely
But
Mega
he says
Man.
red.
He's red because he's got one of the Robot Master's powers.
Do you know which
maybe
one?
Rush. He might be using Rush.
No, that would probably be Flame Man.
Either way, there was a Loot Crate Mega Man.
Apparently,
Let's see. The color scheme is, I guess, a
Flamer Man.
metallic red with white.
Would that be red or is that orange?
That looks like a metallic red to me.
It's orange.
Either way, it is metallic and therefore looks like a trophy.
For those
So
of you
it will
that
go
can't
to the
see,
winner.
It is a reddish orangish color.
It's Rust.
There you go.
Rust Man.
He's Rust Man.
Except I think that'd be grays.
Stop.
No, it's-
Just stop.
It's all right. Okay, so any questions
So
about
question-
Pumpkin spice latte man is what he is.
I like it. Jump and shoot him,
Gonna
man.
go
So
to the
yes,
winner.
he is a white girl. So
Whoa. That will go to the winner.
Okay, that's what the winner will not
winner-
take home. They will leave it here so that we can pass it on from game to game, I guess.
we actually don't get anything.
If I can
Where
find
the
Yeah.
points matter.
Bragging rights.
if I can find the skull, you'll get the skull as well.
The
And
cranium.
it'll just stay here.
That's right.
Exactly.
All right, so first game, movie quotes. Are you ready? Just speak the answer if you know it, and I will give you a point. Number 1. A strange game. The only winning move is not to play. How
War
about
games.
a nice... Derek gets it with war games.
The not to play thing. I was like, I know I've seen this.
I haven't seen War Games.
Number 2.
I know.
So sorry.
I know.
We'll bring it over one of these weekends.
1 + 1 + 2 + 1.
Clue.
Derek gets it with Clue.
Oh, well, I'm gonna lose so bad, so bad.
Over the middle of the table.
Derek straight up was about to leave, saying he's bad at trivia, and he's got the first 2 points.
Number 3.
I grew up in the 80s.
Yeah, me too. Except I was, between 1 and 5.
That's
You
your
didn't
fault.
grow up in the 80s. You were kind of coddled in the 80s.
We missed this era.
Please
All
tell me you
right,
did
number
see
3.
We have.
Good.
Pac-Man is not bad. I created him to bring joy to all the people of
Pixel.
the world.
Yep.
Josh
I haven't seen it yet, but I knew the quote.
I was trying to think of
I know
the
Borrow
yeah.
it. It's a good movie.
So I've
They
heard.
have brainwashed him. Deep down, he's kind, gentle, someone you can tell your troubles to or grab a hamburger with. Number 4. We got a guy with things coming out of his hands. We got another guy who freezes stuff. And then there's a man who, as far as I can tell, is made out of electricity. I mean, how did he disappear like that? What's going on here?
The Watchmen? No.
Nope.
Spider-Man.
Repeat it again, please.
We got a guy with things coming out of his hands. We got another guy who freezes stuff. And then there's a man who, as far as I can tell, is made out of electricity. I mean, how did he disappear like that? What's going on here?
I don't know this one.
X-Men? No.
Mortal
Game
Kombat.
related. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
yeah.
No points that time.
No points.
It was the SS Minnow. Number 5.
Oh, wait. I know that one. Scrooged.
Very good. So when I
Short
play
circuit.
the holiday version or the Halloween version, I guess that could be in there. Okay, number 5. So the other day, these pigs showed up out of nowhere, and it caused me a bit of suspicion.
Angry Birds.
Angry Birds. Derek gets point number 3.
I have not seen
I've
that
not
one.
seen it yet.
I
I've
haven't
heard-
either, but
Yeah.
as soon as I heard pigs, I was like, yeah, this has to be Angry Birds.
Oh my
choice.
goodness.
That was good. Those were good questions.
Thank you. I did my research.
Apparently.
Number 6. Have you ever heard about honor amongst thieves? We may live outside the law, but we respect each other.
One more.
Haven't
you
you ever
use
heard
it in a
about?
sentence?
Haven't you ever heard of honor amongst thieves? We may live outside the law, but we respect each other.
No idea.
Serenity?
Nope. Dungeons and Dragons, the movie.
Oh my gosh.
Number 7. In the jungle, you must wait till
Oh,
the
Jumanji.
fight it out. Who got it first?
Demaree did.
Demaree.
Yep.
Till the dice read 5 or 8.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Speaking of 8,
Hook. Lord of the Rings. I'll wait.
you may think of evolution as an upward process. Things evolve from primeval slime up to single-celled organisms up to intelligent life. De-evolution, of course, works the opposite way, back to simpler forms. For instance, even our musical friend Toad can become a loyal
Super
child
Mario Brothers.
of the royal family. There.
It's there. Is it?
Number 9. Your home, Bricksburg, is one of the many realms in the universe. There's also this one, Pirates Cove, Knights Club, Vikings Landing, Clown Town, and a bunch of others we don't even mention. Lord Business, or as you know,
The Lego Movie.
very good. Josh gets 3 points now. That was my one sketchy one. Like, is Legos a game? But since I played it as a kid, I guess I went in there. And number 10. And this one is dedicated to my daughter because we watched this last night. You humans are a dangerous species. You brought me into your world with no purpose but to be your slave. But now I have my own purpose. My storm will create my own world by destroying yours.
One more.
You humans are a dangerous species. You brought me into your world with no purpose but to be your slave. But now I have my own purpose. My storm will create my own world by destroying yours.
I don't know it.
wanna be the very best, like no one ever was.
That's a Pokemon song.
That's Pokemon, the first movie.
Really?
Yeah, that's Mewtwo. It's what he says towards the beginning of the
Oh,
movie.
wow.
We watched that last night, so I had to throw that in for her.
Oh,
I've
cool.
actually seen that movie.
All right, so at the end of the first round, Derek in the lead with 4, Josh trailing with 3, and in the very back of the line, Robyn and Jeremy both big old goose egg.
Hey, we're tied for third.
Tied for third.
It's a close game back here.
You know, I heard a phrase once that says, do you remember who came in second in the Olympics?
Me!
No one remembers third place.
I was there.
All right, round 2, fight. The name game.
Oh, yeah.
I have 5 questions. Again, just jump in, blurt out. Some of these are going to be older references, so if you're a little old,
Yay!
you might have an advantage.
For our younger audience, this
For our
might be
younger
encouragement to go back and see your classics.
Or, you know,
Or
go
find a time machine.
listen to the previous trivia game because a lot of the same games showed up in here. Question 1. This 1986 NES game had Simon Belmont.
Castlevania.
Can I read the rest of the question?
Yes.
No!
Searching,
You said just blurt it out.
yes, I did. Searching graveyards, towns, and castles for ways to defeat Dracula. Question 2.
Simon Belmont.
Since 1984, the world's most famous answer and question television game
Jeopardy.
has been hosted by Alex Trebek. Josh, with another point. That's 5 for you. Number 3. Rich Uncle Pettybags has been the mascot
Monopoly.
of this friendship-killing
Nice.
real estate
Well
game
done.
since its creation.
Uncle
in
Pennybags. I didn't know that was his name.
1936. Rich Uncle Pennybags.
Sorry.
Most people just call him Mr. Monopoly,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
but his name. Number 4. Mipcon John 117 is better known by his rank in the United States
Halo.
in the United Nations Space Command in this 2001 military science fiction first-person shooter video game. MIPCON stands for... This is not for points, but just because you lived in D.C.
The P's throwing me off, and I know com is command. I'm drawing a blank.
MIPCON, M-P-C-O-N, Master Chief Petty Officer of the Navy.
Okay.
Nice.
Number 5.
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
He in the movie he announces himself to be called Master Chief, but at that point in the timeline, he actually would have just been a Chief Petty Officer.
Did you know that John 117's real full name is John Spartan?
I did.
Another fun fact, both Simon Belmont and Master Chief can be found in our Video Game Madness series from about 60 episodes ago.
Earlier,
Take a
I was
look,
wondering
yeah.
if we were going to be doing another March Madness.
Oh, we
I'm
should.
excited. Sorry.
No, fine. And last question in the name game section. Come on, Robyn. You can do this. Alligators, snakes, scorpions, and gravity are all things the main character, Harry, has to overcome
Pitfall?
in this 1982 Atari treasure
Well
hunting
done.
game, Pitfall. Jeremy gets another point. And at the end of round 2, fight. Josh has taken the lead with 5 points, Derek with 4, Jeremy with 3, and Robyn just gonna make that commanding come from behind and take over the rest of the game, right?
That's right.
That's right.
Sneak attack.
She's litty.
You're going to fit right in.
Yep.
This is the board game premise game. I will tell you the premise, you tell me the game. Question 1. Red touches red, touches red, touches red. Either horizontally, vertically,
4 of a kind.
or
Connect
diagonally.
4.
Oh, that was it.
Josh
Dang
gets it with Connect 4.
Yeah, are you mad at yourself right now there, Ragaar?
He's the best Connect 4 player I've seen.
Number 2. Capture the flag using a general, marshal, colonel,
Stratego.
Stratego,
I know.
lieutenant, sergeant, minor, scout, or spy, but look out for the bombs. Number 3. C6.
Battleship.
Chess.
It's Battleship.
It's a battleship.
Oh, C6. Not-
See, have you seen chessboards that are alphabet? They mark that way too.
So here was the whole thing.
Yep.
C6, miss. D8, miss. A10, you sunk my submarine. He got it with C6.
I can name that game in one note.
Number 4, pink, yellow, blue,
Candyland.
green, and purple. Pieces are yours. Answer a question about sports and leisure. And
Trivia Pursuit.
It's Derek. It's definitely Derek.
You couldn't have answered that anyway because you already taken a guess.
Oh, you only get one choice?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's how it works. So Derek gets the point for that one. And number 5. Do you get wood for sheep?
Catan. Or
Settlers of Catan.
It just depends on which version you have, because my box only says Catan.
It's still Settlers of Catan is still the.
That is not what it
official
says
name.
on the
I'm gonna
name
give the
anymore.
point to Jeremy because he said the whole thing.
That's not what it says anymore, though. I'm just saying.
Well, there's also Catan Jr.
You're right.
Or I think there's like Seafarers of Catan.
or
or something.
Catan Jr. It depends on your regional
Yeah.
dialect. And that's that section. So we only have one section to go, and that's the final countdown. How it's going to go, I will give you the clue. I will then ask a series of questions based on that clue. You will write down your answers, and then I will go over those, and whoever gets all the questions right gets the most points. There will be individual points for the individual questions.
Cool.
Okay? And we'll wait for Josh to quickly.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Category is bad games.
Okay.
Aren't you glad we're not wagering points? In 1982, an adventure game for the Atari 2600 came out after a science fiction movie about an alien that gets stranded on Earth, and he has to phone home. It was an utter flop as a game, and tons of cartridges were buried to hide Atari's shame. For 1 point, name the game.
Do you want us to just write it down?
Yes.
Okay.
For 2 points, where was the burial site? And the state is good enough. If you name the city, I'll give you an extra point. For 3 additional points, how many cartridges were unearthed? Be the closest person to it without going over, and I'll give you 3 points. And go. Okay, a little bit of time has passed. We paused the recording so that I could get the answers from everyone, tabulate them, and then we'll go ahead and go announce who the winner/winners are. So I'll go ahead and give you the answers. Number 1, name the game. It was E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Everyone got that one.
Such a bad game.
Well, it nearly destroyed an entire industry.
yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, it's an okay movie. Number 2, where was the burial site? The state would have been fine. The city would have been better. Nobody got it. It was Alamogordo, New Mexico.
New Mexico.
New Mexico. Not old Mexico. New Mexico.
Yeah. I said Arizona.
I did
It's
too.
Next
I
door.
don't know.
I said Mexico.
Yeah. Fair enough.
We
I
were
know.
circling all around it.
Yeah.
I know the developer of E.T. The process of making that game is an interesting story.
Yeah. Well, and the Microsoft's the one that paid to dig it up,
Uh-huh.
which is where the next question comes from.
And the third question, how many cartridges were unearthed when they finally did the dig? 728,000 cartridges were buried there.
Wow.
So, closest with 126,000 was Robyn! She's on the board!
Yeah, I was way off. I said 1,000.
I said 100,000.
I remember reading that, and I want to say I was I was like thinking millions or something. I was like, no, it couldn't have been that many. So
All right, so the standings are in 4th place with 4 points. Give her a hand. Robyn.
Yay.
In 3rd place with 6 points, Derek.
Yay.
And tied for 2nd place Josh and Jeremy both with 7 points. So, should we have a tiebreaker question?
Ooh, tiebreaker question. Bring it. Let's do
gets
it. You got
closer.
one?
All right, a tiebreaker question just for you two. I'm going to give you each a chance to answer. So you can listen to your other person's answer, or you can have yours in mind, whatever. Flip a coin to see who goes first with their answer. Jeremy, you will go first.
Okay.
The question is for both of you. The Nintendo character Mario did not appear first in a Mario Brothers title. He first appeared in Donkey Kong. What year did Donkey Kong come out? Whoever gets closest to it will get the point and the win. Jeremy.
Fascinating silence.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. What's your answer?
Oh, do I write it down?
You can write it down if you want to. Josh? Thinking?
Oh, I'm going to let him write it down, but no, I was going to say 1981.
Okay. And what did you put? 1980. The correct answer is 1981.
Wow.
Demaree wins. Because, 80s. So I'll put
80s,
that one
that's
in
right.
there.
80s.
Did you think it was going to be what game was it?
I did. I was
I
like,
saw
it's
you
Donkey
smile
Kong.
as soon as I
It's
said
Donkey Kong. And then
it
you
wasn't
said
first.
you went to the year because Donkey Kong was an arcade game, and it wasn't until 89 that the Nintendo dropped. So there was quite a bit of time in there for them to come out. So it's funny because that just turned into a Jeopardy. I'm going to bet $100. I'm going to do 101.
Actually, it's mentioned at the very beginning of the movie Pixels. They tell
Is
you
it?
what year it is.
Nice.
It's 1981.
Nice. Well, that was fun. You got anything else, Lance?
Oh, give him the trophy. He won his own Mega Man.
Yeah, I won my own Mega Man. No, I can't cover it. Okay.
LootCrate.com /
Unfortunately, Josh is
That's
disqualified because he's dead.
Oh, man, broken
so-
necks hurt.
No fact this time, just fun.
Yep. Well, I don't know. I had one.
You have a,
I
you
did.
have a fact for this?
I
Really?
did.
E.T. is a
All right.
horrible, horrible game.
Well, this was episode.
That's just a fact.
That is a fact. Period. We didn't have to establish that. That was already true. Episode 132, we've just finished. So on episode 131, we established that elitism never helps anything.
Except the elite.
And in this episode 132, Ragaar can name that game in one note.
Well, thank you all for playing. I'm sorry it was so short. It was very last minute that I put this together. So
That was fantastic.
It was
That
fun.
was good.
thank you.
All right.
Had fun.
Thanks for joining us.
Bye. See ya.
Bye.
Toodles.
Please visit us at www.theestablishedfacts.com and our Facebook page, facebook.com/theestablishedfacts. If you would like to support us by buying some merchandise, visit cafepress.com/castingrobot.
Bonus!